Spicer W car, W car, as your family probably liked to say back in the day. It's fine. You came from a conservative family. It's fine. Hey, that was a time. But no, you were vindicated and validated this week.
Oh,
I need to tell you how.
okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
So I posted, I like reposted an old video of mine on the Tickety Talks, and in it I did like a little ranking, and because people have big feelings, or they still do, but whatever. People have big feelings when I do a ranking. I was very energetic at the beginning, be like, "Hey, this is mine. Everyone just be chill." And some people might say that I may have like crossed the line from energetic to shouting. And I want you to know that deep in my comment section, deep as I scrolled through, there was a comment that said, "I don't know why you're shouting at me, Rhani. Is this how Spicer feels all the time?" Yeah.
I feel seen. I feel heard.
Seen.
I see myself for the first time.
Yeah.
And I love what I see.
Your story is being told.
My story is being told, and it's so important. It's so important now to see representation. It's so important, Rhani. For the cis white gay man. I really
You suffer. You suffer. Oh my god.
You know what, girl, to answer your question, no, because actually it's the other way around. Because earlier, as I was sitting down to this computer, I sat down, and as I normally do when I sit down, I let out what I thought was just a grunt. But then Rhani jumped fully from the seat and made a shocked face and said, "Why did you just yell at me?"
Because you did. The way you plopped into your seat, and I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to scream in people's ear, but just like full-throated, diaphragm-supported, just like yelled into the microphone like it was, and like nothing. And the rest of you was like calm. It was like blank face, no thoughts, scream forward.
You know what? I'm an artist, baby. I'm a former opera singer, and this is my instrument, Rhani. And I'm here to use my instrument, and I'm here to I understand how to manipulate the intercostal muscles, baby. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it.
Let it rust. Let those atrophy, please. I beg of you.
I beg of you.
Welcome to a Song of Spice and Rhani, Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire podcast for the girls, the gays, the theys, and the well-behaved straights. I am your non-shouting host, Rhani.
And I am your quiet as a mouse host, Spicer. W.
Lies.
Car. Just so we need to drop a little bit more Roddy Spicer lore on the W. So so my middle name is Warner, and so for the longest time, because I like my middle name, I like my middle name because my full name is Spicer Warner Carr. Originally, I was going to have 4 names. It was going to be Spicer Orange Warner Carr, but then my southern North Carolinian side of the family threatened to call me Sow, because SOW, if I, which is for those of you who don't know, is a female cow. If I was named that. So my parents just decided to call me Spicer Warner Carr. I'm still mad at my mother about it. It's a whole thing. But I like my middle name. It's a cool name. I do just have 3 last names for my full name. That is the other funny thing about it's just last names. But then for the longest time, whenever I wrote anything, it was always Spicer Warner Carr, and or Spicer W Carr. Spicer W Carr. It was Spicer W Carr. And the way that I'd be insistent. But then when I started working professionally, the way that when theaters would do my work, they wouldn't put the W in. I'm not sure if it's just because they didn't realize it or just because they thought it was dumb. They just didn't do it. But then, and the way that this drove Ronnie crazy, the way that like Ronnie like hated the fact that I would put my W in, which to be fair, to defend Ronnie, my name is evocative enough. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's Spicer Card. It's a very evocative name. It's not like there's other Spicers working in the industry, so I need to differentiate, like, which Spicer I am. It's like, no, there's one Spicer Card working in this entire fucking industry, but then I would have the audacity and the gall to put the W in just because I like my middle name, because it's also, it's one of my, it's one of the family lines. The Warners were a family line, so it's like, it's a whole thing, but whatever. So eventually, I just got so tired of people dropping my name from my billing that just professionally I now just go as Spicer Car. That's just what I do now. I'm Spicer Car. I don't even care. Whatever, fine. Even though it is on my logo now because it's SWC. But like whatever. So but the minute I did that, I like called Ronnie because I can't remember which gig it was that I finally was like, just call me Spicer Car, and Ronnie was like, finally.
I mean, you explained it. Like, your Spicer car. There isn't another one. We don't need to distinguish which like Paul Thomas Anderson it is. You know what I mean? But no, thank you for that. My life got exponentially better when you dropped the W. So yeah.
Anyways, what do we do? What do we do every week, Ronnie?
And every single week, we break down 3 chapters of the A Song of Ice and Fire book series, currently on A Clash of Kings, breaking down what happens, the lore, theories, and our favorite deaths. I don't think we need to talk about death this week.
Wait, I can
death of my mental stability. It's fine.
Yeah, but then because if you don't notice, I got my little early voting Brooklyn because I did the death of the old political order because the Republic will be reorganized.
Stop. No, because it's not fascist. It's the opposite
of the opposite of fascist. Because I voted for Zoran Mamdani, baby. We did it. You know what? A Song of Spice and Ronnie officially endorses. Officially endorses Zoran Mamdani in the New York mayoral race. We officially endorse.
I will second that. I cannot vote for him. I would, but I do not have. I don't have the right to, unfortunately. Living the other end of the country.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, but don't worry. The Republic will be reorganized.
Okay,
but that's what they think
no.
we are. That's what they think we are.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. People have some interesting thoughts about
this
proposing things like free buses.
About this very nice Indian boy who is like, "Hey, what if I fixed your city?" And everyone's like, "But what if he's a secret terrorist?" And I'm like, "What?"
They go, "Ooh, heard that during my childhood. Fun." It's fine. The trauma. Woo. Anyway. This week, in no less traumatic.
I was about to say, I did tell Roddy before this. I'm like, the chapters were Theon commits war crimes, Arya deals with the war crimes, and Cat contemplates war crimes.
Woo! It's a great time. It's a great time. But yeah, so we have Theon III, Arya VIII, and Catelyn V, and let's just get on into it, shall we? So, Theon III, war crimes are happening. Theon has followed his orders, and he is on the stony shore, and they're attacking defenseless people because this is what makes you a man, catching people unawares and murdering them in cold blood to then rob their corpses. Woo! The Greyjoys. This is what we stand for. But yeah, so he's doing that, and he's having some mixed feelings about it though, because weirdly, apparently, like slaughtering people in cold blood without any actual like legitimate battle taking place doesn't just hit the same as like, you know, I guess normal war. So Theon's kind of in the dumps. Not to mention that he has had to basically order the death of someone he actually knew, because a guy named Benford Tallheart, who is, you know, one of the noble class that he essentially like grew up meeting a few times, and at one point like spent an extended amount of time around. He was there, and he's calling, you know, Theon every name in the book, because Theon is. And so because he does that in front of everyone, Theon's like, fuck, I gotta kill him now. That sucks. So he orders that Aeron go kill him, because he doesn't want to watch the drowning, because this is also how the Greyjoys kill people sometimes, is an offering to the gods. So he's like, no, Aaron, you go deal with that, because I don't like looking at the consequences of my actions. And he's very unhappy with all the, you know, the not satisfying murders that have taken place. So at one point he gets tired of some people squabbling over corpses that they're looting, and he shoots a guy named Todrick, who then dies. And then he's like, fuck this, I don't like this, I'm gonna go talk to a man with a name. A man with a name. His name is Dagmar Cleftjaw. Christ above. Why? Because he had his jaw split the fuck open.
I love that queen. I love that queen. When she does her Night at Industry, she's fantastic.
her Whitney medley, incredible. I've never seen anything like it. But damn it. But anyway, he goes and he talks to Dagmar, and he's like, hey, so I got a plan C, because I hate killing these small potatoes. We're gonna do something bigger, so the singers sing of me for all time and shit. And he's like, okay, what are we gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna send my uncle Aaron to because he's no fun. I'm gonna send him away with all of our ships to keep doing this shit. And then you and me, we're each gonna take a ship, and you're gonna go to Torrance Square, where you're gonna like cause like a commotion, and you're gonna make it seem like you're under siege, and then you're gonna let them send the ravens out to Winterfell for help. And then you're gonna wait there for a second until Roderick from Winterfell brings everyone and starts trying to chase you out of Torrance Square, and Dagmar's like, well, I won't be able to survive that. I won't have enough men to fight back. He's like, but that's not the castle we're taking. No, because they're taking Winterfell. End of chapter. Boom, roasted. What do you think, Spicer? Don't worry about it. Just go with it.
Yeah, war crimes. Woo.
Woo.
Not relevant at all to the world we live in.
Nope.
Not relevant. Not at all. There's no similarities. I just go, George, can't you write something that's a little more timely?
Topical.
But yeah, also I literally, my first note I wrote is second thoughts, LOL.
Yeah.
Oh wow, if it isn't the consequences of my actions, I didn't know the leopards were going to eat my face.
Yeah.
Like it's like, buddy, what did you think was going to happen? You teamed up with Team Viking, and oh no, they started killing people. Like
the Vikings did Viking shit? No. Before anyone says anything in the comments, I know that these are not like, people like to point out that these are not like how real Vikings behaved. Yes, we know. But this is they're being a comedic impression of Vikings.
Yeah, this is it's giving it's the shorthand of what we understand a Viking to be. Yeah, it's just, which is also interesting because, like, if you think about, like, this is because, like, Westeros is literally just, you know, England and Scotland, right? Like that's what it be. Sort of a amalgamation of all these different things, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because, like, this is very much like this would be an Anglo-Saxon view of like what the Vikings were, right? What the Danes and the Norse were to them, because that's what they did. They just rolled in and they're like, a lot of nice unprotected abbeys you got here. Be ashamed if something were to happen to them. I do love this image of, like, because because like abbeys in like medieval England would house these like priceless treasures, and they're, because it's monks, right? Like, it's just monks with all this gold and shit. And the Vikings are like, wait, time out. You leave all of your priceless treasures with a bunch of old dudes who have vows of poverty and vows of nonviolence. Cool. Cool. Good to know. This is ours now. Anyways, but yeah, no. So, but I do think it's interesting just thinking about that illusion that George has of where like which like I know it's not a 1-to-1 because nothing's a 1-to-1, but like that Westeros is sort of our England-ish, sort of England Scotland-ish sort of comparison, and then here's our sort of Viking-ish comparison, and like that is what the English / Anglo-Saxons and the Scots would have viewed the Vikings as, because that's what the Vikings were to them. The Vikings were a lot more complicated and had, a culture of their own and whatnot. But like to them, it's like these are the guys who come in and fuck up our coastal cities every so often, and then like make all these colonies and subjugate all our lands and whatnot. And the Dane Law happens, and it's a whole thing. Anyways. But I love how like Theon at first like slips because we have the whole thing of like, whoops, oh no, the first town that we show up at, whoops, there's someone I know from childhood, and he's like, hey, turncoat, fuck you.
It's really depressing right off the bat. Like Theon, it's fascinating watching this progression because like Theon isn't fun as a character because he's so angsty and so like wrapped up in like all these like layers of like misogyny and like victimhood, which like he has some like actual gripes that like we could be considered, but like because he's like dealing with all this shit, it makes him such like a deeply unpleasant and unhappy person as he like tries to work through this, albeit in very unhealthy ways. And watching that is fascinating, but like it's also like so depressing.
Yeah.
Theon's chapters, at least so far, like even like he'll be at his worst, like being like utterly disgusting, and then you still like pity the guy in like the worst way because you're like, God, this is just sad. You trying to deal with this is like bringing out the worst in you, and I'm just like watching you spiral.
It's the Diaries of an Incel. We're watching.
Yeah. Oh.
Oof. It's Diaries of. It's giving Diaries of an Incel. It's giving the male loneliness epidemic. It's. Why does nobody like me? Anyways, time to kill some more innocents. Like,
yeah.
Which I do love. The only one that he ends up killing is one of his own men, and doing kind of one of the few good things he's done thus far. Of like, hey, you're going too fucking far, man. Like, if we're gonna do this orderly. Like, fuck this shit. Like, we're not killing each other over corpses. Like, ridiculous. So like the one good thing he does in the chapter is an instance where he takes another human life. But also I love how then Theon's like, fuck this shit. I don't want a weird religiously zealous uncle. You go kill the guy in the old way. I'm not gonna fuck with this shit because you're fucking weird, and I'm gonna talk to my first mate. And I love how Theon, because once again, Theon thinks he is like a master manipulator. And it is so clear what he's doing. And he walks over to his first mate, our favorite drag queen, Cleft Lip, or is it?
No, Cleft Jaw.
Cleft Jaw, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Cleft Jaw. And I.
No. I created a monster.
Yes. But like, I love how he waltzes up. He's like, hey, guy. Like, isn't it so dumb that we're here? Aren't you? Your talents are being wasted. He's like, you don't want to be here, do you? Like, immediately sees through the bullshit.
And I will say, I think this is an instance where George is like nailing like the age that he's trying to portray.
Yes.
Because like this is a 19-20-year-old.
Oh yeah.
Like that level of like confidence without the realization that like you don't have the shit to back it up, like reads perfectly that age. And like, and I say that from, experience.
Yeah. Literally.
Uh but along that, before we get too deep into Cleftjaw, I did want to say one more thing. I kind of like along the lines of like the horror of this chapter, but also like Theon's arc. Um, Watching like the little compromises he makes
Yes.
and how they compound is like, oh god, it's so sad that like slippery slope, and like watching him like literally compromise the ideals that he was raised with,
Yeah.
because he hasn't connected the dots that like, oh, like I was raised like a Stark, like
Yeah.
the reason they distrust me and the reason they think I'm a wolf or whatever is true. Like I was raised with a very particular set of ideals that I have internalized, and to try to go down this path where I think that I'm going to get the validation from my father, from family, whatever, and like earn my place, is actively going against that and losing parts of myself. And like watching him like slowly start to chip away at that, and how it's like starting to like eat at him
Mm-hmm.
in a, I think in a way that he's noticing more and like acknowledging more,
Mm-hmm.
is just so fucking tragic.
Well, because
And
like there's like the literally he has like a line where he's like, Ned wouldn't have liked this.
yes. Yes. The way that like Ned is haunting him. He
Yes.
cannot stop. Like I feel like Ned Stark's name came up more in this chapter than it probably has in any chapter in this book so far.
Oh yeah.
Like he repeatedly keeps thinking like, oh, Lord Stark, Ned Stark, he wouldn't have been okay with this. He would have been thinking this. I don't care about Ned. I don't care about like it won't end.
Well, and it's like because this is so antithetical to Ned Stark and like that entire, because like Ned Stark probably would have at least been able to be like, I don't fuck with the Lannisters and their shit. But like I get that they did what they had to do, right? Like their honor had been insulted, so like they're gonna do this, and like the Baratheon boys are being dumbasses, but like hey, like their honor and like whatever. The Greyjoys, because as we've discussed before, this is a fuck Greyjoy channel. like fuck the
Yes.
Greyjoys. We do not like the Greyjoys. Fuck them. But it's like they are so, this whole mentality, because like this is not our honor has been slighted, right? Oh, you kidnapped a member of our family. Now we're gonna fuck you up, right? It's not, oh, I have this right to this throne or this title or whatever. It's just, oh, I have an advantage right now. I'm just gonna fuck with you. Like it has nothing to do with honor. Like this is even beneath like Lord Tywin, because like Lord Tywin wouldn't do shit like this. Like not unless there was like a reason to, right? There's no reason for the Greyjoys to do this right now, right? Like the Greyjoys could have just been like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna be independent now, like because you guys are too busy. So like fuck you guys, we're just doing our own thing. We're independent, whatever. Like, and everyone will probably be like, fine, whatever, fuck you, Greyjoys, we'll deal with you later. Like, but the Greyjoys were like, no, what if, because the Northerners are literally defending their honor right now, we just like go kill some fishermen? Like there's not even any like strategic advantage in this, right? Like even like Lord Grey, like Balon, like even says this in his evil monologue he gives chapters earlier of like he's a James Bond villain. Oh, he's like, well, it's just there. Like it's literally a low hanging fruit. Like I can just take it. Like, yeah, it's not the Riverlands where like there's actually like agricultural like reasons to take this, or strategic reasons to take this land. Like, nah, that sounds like a lot of work. I'm gonna go fuck up this land that doesn't have any defenses and just take it because I can. Right, like there's no honor to it, there's no strategic thought to it. It's just like, I'm just gonna be a dick. And like that's why we say fuck the Greyjoys. It's not because we have a anti-Viking like mindset. It's because like they are so just like fucked up in their worldview of just like, well, fuck everyone else. Like we're just gonna fuck shit up. There's no honor, there's no like, and like they truly are like, the worst kind of people, because like the Lannisters, there's like a methodology to it, right? Like they think that, oh, we're right, like our vision for this country is correct, right? And we're just gonna be ruthless in the way that we accomplish our vision for this country. They're still garbage, don't get me wrong, but like they are sort of just like, no, we're correct. Whereas the Greyjoys are just like, let's just go fuck some shit up.
They're as you were talking, it was actually kind of interesting because I feel like in a way they feel very similar to like House Frey. They're basically just like petty opportunists
Yes.
who then get like annoyed when people look down on them for just being petty opportunists.
Yes.
And so they also have like a victim complex. And so this like combination of those two things creates just like the most irritating like God, I don't even know how to explain it. But like you said earlier, like, oh, they just go for the low hanging fruit. They go for like the easiest like path of least resistance to get what they want quickly and without much fuss. And then when people like look down at them for doing what they do in such a shitty way, they're like, oh, well, people don't respect us. Well, yeah, no, you haven't done anything that is worthy of respect. I don't know what to tell you, friend.
Like your person, like the phrase personality is bridge, and the Greyjoy's personality is ship.
Is
Like,
sneak attack?
sneak attack.
Ship sneak attack.
Ship sneak attack. That's it. Which is so funny because like I love how Theon's like, you're gonna build siege weapons. Like, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do siege weapons. Nah, we fight with the axe and the spear. And it's like, then how do you plan on taking castles again?
Well, and I do love that like that is one moment where Theon's like, no, listen to the rest of the plan. You have to listen, okay? Like I'm thinking complex thoughts here, okay? Like I am trying to do a thing. I'm trying to lure someone out, and Cleftjaw's just like, but why not just with an axe? Why not just hit with axe? And Theon's like, no, it's a trap. We're setting a trap. Like trap with axe? No axe.
You and your big thinking thoughts where you hurl with stone no give hurled stone no give honor, hurled stone no give honor, axe give honor, axe good. Like these are the true ooga booga men of Westeros. Like the Mountain Clan men are very sophisticated compared to this. Those are thinkers. Those are Renaissance men, baby. These fucking Greyjoys.
Shaga's doing like complex philosophy down in King's Landing right now.
Shaga is like, it's like the meme with like all the math like flying around. Yes. And whereas fucking Cleftjaw over here is the true ooga booga. We were making you know what, we were lured into their like simple speech patterns, and you know what, the true ooga boogas were sitting there before us, which is the fucking Greyjoys.
Oh my god.
But then I did also write down the troubles of a turncoat, because just like all of the conflicts with Theon and all his big feelings just constantly. But then he can't help but scheme. He's like,
well, it's like it's so sad because like every step he takes, like trying to like go closer to like the path he's supposed to be on, doesn't work, which like drives him to like, okay, let me fix it by doing this. But every fix that he comes up with just puts him deeper and deeper in the shit. Because like you shouldn't be going down this path. This is the bad path. Don't go down this way. Like well, there is no good version of this.
Well, and it's also funny because like he's like, oh wow, this feels different than the Whispering Woods. It's like, yeah, where you were fighting for a cause.
And like, yeah, no, it's so like it's crazy, like the Iron Islanders like perception of themselves as like, the greatest warriors, we take what is our blah blah blah, versus like watching them in action, like, oh, so you caught unawares all the old people, women, and children left behind in a place and slaughtered them, and that is the evidence of you, the Iron Islanders, as the greatest warlike people of all time.
I want to fight between like the Iron Islanders and like the fucking Dothraki. Like
Yeah. Oh God.
it wouldn't be even a contest. It wouldn't even be a fucking
No.
contest.
No. No.
They'd be like,
The only way that they win is if they stay in their fucking boats and like, no, we stay in the poison water.
we say
The poison water will protect us.
no, but like, you know what? Let's do a compare and contrast really quick. Like such different like worlds of like the Dothraki are like fuck the water, like a real man like stands and fights. Like we don't do this bullshit of like, ooh, we're gonna catch you unawares. Like, nah, we go with our full force and we do it, man. And the Iron Islanders are like, what if we came in the dead of night? like fucking Scooby-Doo villains, and we wait for all the soldiers to go away, and then we kill all the women and children, and then we're like, what a victory.
Yep. Yep.
Anyways, woo! But then oh no, dun dun dun! What's gonna happen to fucking Winterfell? Ah.
Yeah. The sea is coming to Winterfell. Hey. Hey.
It's almost as if we should pay attention to the wolf dreams more. It's almost as if we should pay attention to them more. But we don't. Cassandra, you know.
Hey.
Some more Rhani Spicer lore. I always refer to Rhani as Cassandra because Rhani will both in everyone's personal lives be like, I don't know if that's a great choice. And also just like in the larger world, like political or just whatever, is like, I don't know about this. And then like foretells what's going to happen. And then it's like, oh no, Troy burned. And then my phrase I always have for Ronnie is like, you're like Cassandra on your hill over there. Just like, I told you.
I tried. No one listens. It's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, it's not fine. But hey, we're here. We're live for now.
Woo. Anyways,
But
that's all I got.
Yeah, no, same. It a fun, morally rough time, but there you go. That's a great choice for you. Okay, so we will take a break, and we will be right back. Okay, and we're back after Spicer made a problematic joke. But you will never know what it is. Hey.
About myself.
Yeah, okay, fine. It's fine. Wasn't about me. He doesn't do that anymore.
I do love this image that you paid to them. It's like off camera. I'm like fucking mommy dearest or something. Like, no, why the hangers?
I'm just like, I'm sorry, Spicer. Why? But yeah, we're back, and we're back to war crimes. Hey, we are in Arya VIII, and you know what? This is just the vibe now. War crimes are the vibe. We are in Harrenhal. Arya is a servant, indentured servant, slave person. I don't like at this point. The lines are so blurry. She works for Wheeze, who is a boily just creature who hits her if she doesn't run fast enough, and so she's just running around trying to do her chores, trying to do her thing. She's looking for Jaqen because she wants to kill some of these fuckers, but she can't find him. She can't find him nowhere. But hey, she tries to do a good job, you know, like when she's sent by Wheeze to a knight to go be like a debt collector, and he like tries to hit her, she just steals some of his shit and brings it back to Wheeze, like, hey, I did it. And he's like, hey, cool, good for you, kid. And then I don't know, he probably calls her a name or something.
No, he offers her a capon at dinner.
Yeah. Which is that how you say that?
Is that
how you say that?
I
don't know. I'm asking genuinely.
I think it's capon, and it's like it's something with like, it's like
Bird?
a chicken. Yeah, it's like a chicken wing or something.
Yeah. It's a chicken wing.
Okay, you keep, I want to look up what this is. You keep. I'm gonna look up the Google. The Google will tell me.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. Yeah. You don't listen to these anyway. It's fine.
So yeah. Oh my god. Oh, okay. A capon is a male chicken rooster that has been castrated to improve the quality of the meat.
Well, if you I was gonna make a joke about you improving the quality of your, but it's too much. Um, it's too. I was like, this will be funny, and I'm like, no, no, no. There's too. Nope, nope. Too many things.
There's too
We're
many
gonna keep
layers. Too
going.
many layers. Keep going. Keep going.
So, and Arya is being like sent with all these with all these tasks all over the place. Why? Because Tywin Lannister is leaving Harrenhal. Crazy. So he is getting ready to leave, and so they're basically like packing up all the shit, getting ready for him, and all this stuff. During one of the tasks that Arya is sent to do, she sees Gendry again because she doesn't get to see him very much because he's down in with the with the blacksmith, and Gendry's like, "Hey, come here, come here." It's like Hot Pie is asking about you, and Arya's like, "What? What's wrong?" He's like, "Well, Hot Pie asked me if you screamed Winterfell back when we had that battle forever ago," and Arya's like, "No, I didn't." Gendry's like, "Yes, you did. I heard you, but I lied, and I told him you said go to hell, okay? But like you need to like." Keep the lie going, or else he's gonna figure it out and blab because he's fucking Hot Pie. And she's like, "Fine, God damn it, should I kill Hot Pie? No, I'm not gonna kill Hot Pie. That's crazy. That's crazy." Uh, again, the small child who is now being desensitized to death. Like, do I kill one of the only friends I've made?
And desensitized to death and has a death genie that's like, hey, I'll grant you 3 wishes, but the wishes are only death. Choose wisely.
Oh god. But finally, after Wheeze is like particularly cruel to her, she's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna." He is next on the list, damn it! And she finally finds Jaqen, and she's like, "Wheeze, kill him." And then she's like, "Okay, okay, cool. I'm gonna let that happen." And then the next day, Tywin is basically leaving, and they're all standing there watching, and suddenly she goes, "God damn it, I should have had him kill fucking Tywin. What am I doing? This is why am I having him kill all these randos, these like middle management bozos, instead of taking out the fucking Lannister high command that is also under this roof." Yeah, Arya, you know what? I agree with you, but I will counter. Your brain is decades away from being fully developed, so I'm gonna cut you some slack here, okay? But then she's like, "Oh fuck, well maybe I can tell him to switch names." But before she can do so, hey, look, Wheeze, who's always had this one dog that he likes to sick on people, is suddenly in a bloody puddle on the ground. Why? Because that dog suddenly has attacked him and ripped his throat out, and is now just eating him in front of everyone until they put the dog down too. And then from across the lawn, she sees Jack, and they make eye contact, and he holds up 2 fingers by his cheek. End of chapter. What you think?
Fuck around and find out, Wheeze. Well, because but it's also like funny because before Arya's like, "Fuck, I did the wrong person," and then they like go to dinner with Wheeze, and then Wheeze, because Wheeze offers her the capon, and is like, "Hey, I'll give you a nice juicy capon," and then Wheeze is like, "Hey, come here, girl," and she's like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna give me the capon." Now I kind of feel bad because like, and then sure enough, nope, Wheeze just starts hitting her because she fucked up one of the other chores he asked her to do, and he's like, "Fuck you and the horse you rode in on, you dumb fuck, you." You messed up the million errands that I sent you, a small child, to do. Which also, I love the detail that, like, Wheeze assumes she can't read, and she can, so she's just reading all of the messages that he's sending. And she's like, most of them are boring.
I will say, like, Wheeze has no reason to believe that she, a small peasant child, has the ability to read, sadly. So, because that's just this society at this point, unfortunately. Which honestly, I think we still haven't gotten to who Arya does talk to in Harrenhal, which becomes the basis for those Tywin scenes in the show. But I do think that this like reading bit is why it's included in those Tywin bits. Why he's like, your father, the stonemason, taught you to read. I don't know that I've ever met one who could read. Interesting, or whatever. Like, it really is weird.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Though, like, I mean, there are instances where, like, because I think, like, it's complicated. It's complicated because like I think like one of the sort of the Oxford theory about Shakespeare, for instance, is like, you
Mhm.
know, which I do not subscribe to the Oxford theory. I think it's stupid.
Okay,
Which
good.
is yeah, no, we're on the same page here. Like the for those of you who don't know, the Oxford theory about Shakespeare is that Shakespeare didn't write Shakespeare, that it was the Duke of Oxford, which is a dumb theory for many reasons. But we had a friend who believed it. Like, do you remember? It was our former roommate.
Well, don't say that. Oh,
My former roommate of 2 years that you lived with for.
oh, what?
Yes,
What?
yes. They were an Oxfordist. They were like,
Wait, wait, wait. That's crazy.
yeah, no.
That's
They were like a
crazy.
hard. How did you not know this? They were like a. We had fights. We had like academic fights where like I would pull out sources and they would pull out sources, and we had like
That is
full.
okay. That okay. The whole theory that Shakespeare didn't write Shakespeare is the most elitist, like
Elitist
rich
bullshit ever.
person bullshit. Yes. And the fact that this person who will remain nameless, who would go on about like their upbringing where they had nothing and how and like, finding some semblance of like normalcy in the middle class or whatever was like such a struggle, blah blah blah, being like a hardcore, like, that's
Oxfordist,
crazy.
Oxfordist, Oxfordist. Like it was insane. It was I was like, what are you talking about? There's no academic support because every time one of these theories come up, like you can poke like 10 different holes in it. Like, anyways, but like one of the theories is like, well, he was the son of a glove maker, so like that just doesn't make sense. Like you could read. It's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
there were primary schools. like
Yes.
and it's not like he was the son of like a poor person. He was the son of a successful glove maker who had enough disposable income to send him to primary school where he learned not only English but I believe a little bit of Greek and Latin. Like he's and I believe even a little bit of French. Like he was a very cultured man. So like anyways, but in this particular society, like it's a little more complicated than when you actually get to medieval and Renaissance Europe, like actual medieval and Renaissance Europe. And there were people from the lower classes who did read. It wasn't very often,
Yes.
but there were some. But no, I point taken of just like it is funny that like no, they wouldn't assume because she's just some poor girl from the Riverlands who's
And something else I will point out just to cover my ass a little bit. This, if we are doing like a one-to-one, like, what is this time period inspired by, it is earlier than that,
so
because we're
literacy
supposed to be in
literacy
like,
wasn't
yes,
as
yeah.
proliferated at that point.
And then in the text it's reinforced because the night that she tries to deliver the collection note to, he can't read it, so she tells him what's in the thing, and that's when he gets angry and tries to hit her, and she like
Um,
steals the silver goblet to take up to Wheeze.
yeah,
I don't know
got
if it's a silver goblet, it's something.
it. Yeah.
um so like they do like establish in the text that like, no, like there, a knight who is seemingly like a person who is like at a status with some privilege
Mhm.
to them, like, doesn't know how to read. And then occasionally, actually, wait, no, that might be a show thing. I feel like it's sometimes implied that some of the lords don't know how to read, like the ones who like didn't want to listen to the maester
Well,
when they
it's
were trying to
like
teach them shit.
even John like admits like he's not he can sort of read, but he's not real good at reading, and then like he's real bad at sums, is what he says, right?
Hmm.
So it's like
Okay.
it's because it's more because like with medieval Europe as opposed to Renaissance Europe, which like I will concede that point. Like Renaissance Europe was different because we were starting to get into the whole like Enlightenment thing of like, it's good to be a well-rounded person, right? A Renaissance man, right? You should be sort of good in everything. Whereas medieval Europe, we were
Hmm.
still sort of in that mindset of like the old world of where it's like, well, you do this thing and you do that for the rest of your life
Uh-huh.
until you die. Again, that's all you do. You go hit people.
Yippee!
That's your job. You hit people. You stonemason. You cut stones. It's all you do for the rest of your life.
I love
So
it.
yeah, no, love it. Woo. Um, but I do love one of the things I wrote down is like I love the sort of gossip that people have of like what happened with like Rob and that battle, because
Oh yeah.
finally Tywin's on the move because he's like, fuck, they're about to attack Lannisport. like which was Rob's plan all along. He wanted to sort of provoke Tywin to come out of Harrenhal, and so Tywin's like, fuck,
Yeah.
we gotta go. Like they're going after the gold now. We gotta get out of here, guys. And so like they're finally leaving, but I love all of the different people's like, Rob did this and Rob did that, and no, he burned Lannisport. No, he took fucking Casterly Rock. He which in the later chapter we get, he fed the Lannister's heart to his dog or to his wolf. Like, I do love the game of telephone that happens, which, like, because we talk about this later in the other chapter, like, one of the main ways that we sort of learn about things is through song, actually. Like, that's how you learn about the deeds that other people did, is people sing you a song, right? And, like, it's just so interesting in this world where, like, we live in such a world where, like, we have information overload to the point that we have misinformation, right? What a world! What a world! Me and Rhani had a whole airing of grievances about the internet the other day. We're like, maybe the internet was a mistake. But
Tired, y'all. I'm tired.
we're both tired. But like, it is just interesting how it's like the information that we do have, because like we have such little information that it turns into misinformation. Not because it's been delivered to us as misinformation, but it's like you get like a kernel of it, and then the way that people like tease it out, they're like, oh, it's this and oh, it's that. So it's just funny to kind of see that in action. But then I also love how like like Arya's like freaking out because she's like, no, my death genie is leaving. It's the one
I
thing
won't be able to get my wishes.
my death wishes. No, come back. I need to give you my death wishes. And also I do remember, I love that we get a reference to my favorite part in my favorite part in these books thus far, which is Pot Pie's war cry. Is just pot pie.
It's hot pie, hot pie.
Hot pie. I love that it's just
Not pot pie.
Pot
Not
pie.
pot pie.
That's his drag persona, is pot pie.
Yes, yeah.
No, but it's like I love that. I love that detail from that chapter. It's so funny. It's so great. It's a highlight of this book. It's just hot pie being like, hot pie for hot pie.
For me, it's me.
Yeah. And then oh, I do love that we get a moment where she picks up the sword, and the sword is what reminds her, and then she has this whole internal moment of like, oh, I'm not a mouse. Like, I might not be a water dancer, I might not be a knight, but I know how to use this thing, and like I could defend myself with this thing, right? And it's just such a beautiful moment where we get this, just like she sort of reclaims a little bit of her humanity. And like, it is also kind of a little sad because it sort of leans into what we were talking about earlier of like, we are watching the dehumanization of this person, where like she is thinking that violence is like an acceptable answer, right? And like, this is the way, this is how I make sure that I am not fucked over, right, by other people, is I use violence. But it's kind of sad because it's like, on the one hand you're like, yes, like don't give up, like don't give in, but it is kind of sad because you're watching her take this path of like, oh, and the cycle continues.
Yeah, no, it's her arc in this book has been really interesting because it's all about identity and all that, but we've watched her get to like her lowest, I would say, is probably like last chapter, the chapter before, where like she was fully like, I am a mouse, I've like lost everything that makes me, and then these last two chapters she has like reclaimed herself a little bit.
Yes.
But it's been by making like violence her North Star. It's like violence is the thing that she's holding on to, that is now like allowing her to still to still like think of herself as an individual
Mm,
instead of just like another sheep, another mouse, whatever. And that's very like tragic. So
mhm,
it's like on one hand I'm like, I'm happy that she's like pulled herself back from like the edge of the abyss, but the way that she's doing it is so clearly unhealthy
mhm.
that you're like, oh, that's, I mean, as a temporary measure, cool, but like that's not going to be great in the long term. Yikes.
Well, it's also interesting because like so much of the last book, we sort of did like a queer reading of like Arya and like sort of their gender journey, right? And like,
Mm-hmm.
and we sort of said like, oh, we joked that they were like a trans masc, but like they're not. They're a non-binary, right? Like they're like, oh, I fit into neither of these gender categories. But it's interesting because like that was within the context of the upper class, right, and the
Mm-hmm.
gender norms of the upper class, and now this whole other book that's not really like a conversation. Like it was a conversation sort of when she was like with the Night's Watch, because it's like, hey, you're a boy now, because
Mm-hmm.
you could get assaulted if you're not a boy, so you better just be a boy. And now that's not really even entering into her like thought. It's just survival, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's so interesting that it's like no one is really even giving a shit about her gender as like a member of the low, now that they perceive her as a member of the lower class, even though she's not, but for all intents and purposes she is. And it's just interesting how like her arc is now shifting away from being one about identity within the confines of like gender and like how she fits into society, and more like one of like, how do I hold on to my humanity, right? Like my humanity has been stripped away from me. She is literally a prisoner of war. Like it's really sort of reminding me about like accounts I read from like the Holocaust, and like the way that a lot of these people in the camps would like sort of the way that they would hold on to their humanity, because like they would be like, you just had to find like the thing that you could sort of focus on, and like this is my thing that I'm just going to focus on. That, oh, I slip this from the guards to like another one of my like friends or something, or like I focus on doing this, or I have this relationship or something, like, and you like focus on that thing because it's like that's what keeps you alive, right? Like that's what keeps you going, so that you don't just turn into like a sheep or a mouse, like she constantly talks about. It's just unfortunate that like in this case the thing that she is taking away is the violence, right? Like that is the answer. That's what I'm going to hold on to like make me be a person. And it's also sad because it's like we've talked about, this as a child. and,
Mm-hmm.
and watching her sort of like hold on to that as like a means to sort of like, this is an acceptable way to deal with shit. um it's just sad because it's just like, once again, hashtag relevant. and,
Yeah.
and just watching this person like be dehumanized, and it's sad because like and that's the tragedy, is like you're rooting for her because it's like, yes, 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 you are a human being, like you are a person, like hold on to that, but it's like, but if it couldn't be that thing,
Mm-hmm.
like,
And another thing just on this train of thought that I wanted to mention, I do think it's interesting how class and like class struggle, and specifically like in this case like poverty and like just the attempt to like survive, basically consumes all other elements of one's life and
yes,
identity. Like it's interesting, like Arya doesn't have time to like parse out like questions of gender, because like survival and feeding oneself and trying not to get killed are taking up all of that real estate in her head.
well,
And
yeah,
well, I was just gonna say, and I think that's like a commentary from George, like, which is very smart, like showing us the inverse of like what do the nobles deal with versus what do like the poor, the small folk deal with, and like it's showing that like, yeah, when you are in like a position of like just trying to survive financially in a scary environment, whatever, it like it consumes everything. You don't
Yeah.
have time to think about your identity, your how you want to present yourself, philosophy, whatever. Like all of these are like higher thoughts that can
Mhm.
only be taken into consideration when basic needs are met, and
Mhm.
when those are not met, that's all of your brain space goes to that.
Well, it's like the pyramid of needs, right? Like I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that whole principle of like we are at the bottom. We're trying to get
Mm-hmm.
food and shelter and like trying to survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so interesting to see like her sort of dealing with that. And it's sort of like how one thing that really pisses me off like as a southerner is like a lot of people like always assume like, oh, all southern people are like racist and like transphobic and like misogynistic. It's like no they're not, because like if you go into most like poor rural areas of the south, they don't give a shit about gender, right? Like it's they just don't like, and if they do, it's because like weird brainwashing stuff. But like if it's right, like that's just, oh, that's Aunt Jan, and she's always just wear worn pants and never like dressing up in dresses, and right, like that's just her thing, right? Like that's just what she does, right? um and so it's like it's just interesting because like people like to that, like people also just don't give a shit, because it's also like people like immediately like clock her for a girl but also like don't care that she's like wearing pants, right? They're not like, ah, well, you gotta conform, Arya, because it's like, well, no, because all of them are like struggle busing, right? So it's also interesting that like in this class stratification thing, like not only are we like not care, are we sort of losing in the internal struggle for identity, like the external struggle also kind of isn't there as much, because we're all struggle busing, right? Like we're all just like, please don't beat me, wheeze. And I'm just trying to get to my next meal. I don't have time to sit there and worry about, well, are you conforming to what a lady should be, right? Like we don't have time for that. We've got bigger fish to fry. So it's just interesting that you also see like the converse of like the external pressures are different. Anyways, um there was something else I was gonna say. Also, the talk of assault when Arya comes to give Jacqueline the name, and she runs into like the guards, and the guards are like saying gross things to her, gross. But then the way that she immediately is like, "I'm here for Jacqueline," and they're like, "Fuck." He's
And
there.
I will say it is interesting that that is the one time that her like gender comes into like comes into the conversation, is when there is like a threat of assault. That's the only
Yes.
time that it matters, and it's because these these men, that is like one of the few like powers that they feel that they have
Yes.
to exert over someone, and is, of course it is someone of the opposite gender. Yeah, it's gross. It's real gross.
Real gross. But then also, I love how even when she goes to visit Jacqueline, he's given her pointers on how to be a ninja already. And he's
Yes.
like, because she like comes in real quiet, and he goes, "Ah, I can hear you." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yes, a girl should enter barefoot." Like,
Also, I just want to say I'm very excited for the inevitable comments that are also gonna be talking about your interesting pronunciation of that name as
what is,
well.
how does it, what is it? How does,
Jackin.
Jackin? All right,
Yeah.
Jack.
That I'm just that I mean that's how I've been saying it the whole time. And
My
how they,
my
it's
brain
okay. It's you're great.
my
You're
brain don't
great.
work so
Wonderful.
good to all those comments. So if you comment
Yeah.
that you're autistic phobic, or you're ableist.
What was the one last week that like someone wrote it in the comments and made me laugh? It was like uh S- uh, Selmer Barris Bar- oh, Barry Selmford or something. Like it was Barris and Selmy, but you had like combined the name.
It's that guy. It's that guy. Hey, that guy.
It's
That
that guy.
guy.
It's that guy. Selmer Barriston or whatever.
Yeah, but my
Uh
good friend Barriston, Selmy Sue. Anyways, but then also I do love it. She's like, "Fuck, I missed my chance." Death Genie, come back. Death Genie,
yeah.
please. Like, kill this mean man. And then just, oh my god, the irony. Just once again, like fucking Shakespeare over here. Just the irony of my evil dog that I sick on people, and that's the cause of my death. And this dog has no qualms about that. No
Nope.
qualms.
Nope. I which I want to know how Jack and got the dog to do that.
I think from what I got from the text, I think like it was implied that like he was cut at the throat, and so he's dead, and then the dog's like, ooh, blood.
Okay. Well, I thought the implication was that like he said there was like a chunk missing from his throat, so I thought that like the dog had like ripped it out, but like maybe like he started the blood and then the dog just
Yeah,
went for him or
yeah.
something.
I think it's like
Alright.
I think like Jaqen, yeah, like did just like cut him, and then like the blood rage took over from the dog, right? The
Yeah.
bloodlust, right? And then because it's been conditioned to be a monster, and it was like blood, food, but yeah, no, it's real bad. And then the Harrenhal ghost, but it's not the Heron's ghost, it's Arya.
Hey.
She's the ghost.
Yeah, she is. She is. Yay. It's one of the new identities. Woo.
I identify as ghost. My pronouns are woo.
Ooh, get it? I'm funny. Boo.
Boo boo.
Boo. I booed you, but it boo. Get it?
Boo. This is our spooky episode.
Oh yeah. 2 days late.
2 days later, it's fine. It's All Saints Day.
It's
Woo.
fine.
Well, actually, no, that was also yesterday. It's November 1st.
Wait, am I? But what's November 2nd is something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also. I think. Okay, what's All Saints Day? All Saints Day, 2025.
Is it like a 2-day thing? In my mind,
Oh
it was
yeah,
like a
no, you're
2-day
right.
thing.
Yeah, okay. So All Saints Day falls on Saturday, November 1st, 2025. In many Western traditions, it's observed as the day to honor all the saints. So yeah, no, it's because it's the day after Halloween. It's after All's Hallow Eve.
Oh, okay.
Because like that's the 2 day. It's Halloween because
Okay, okay.
and then it's All Saints Day.
Okay.
I know things.
Well, that's all I had for this chapter.
That's all I did too.
Okay, great. We will take one more break, and we will be right back. What are you doing? God damn it. I hate it. I hate it here. I hate it here. That hard front. That hard front. That hard front.
Hard
What
front.
is what is that hairline? What is that circular hairline?
You know what? Here's the thing. She is, as Brandon said, because if we're starting now, are we starting now?
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
We're here. So
Spicer's in a wig.
I'm in another wig because people were like, Halloween costume, and so after I realized that other wig she was not going to work. I was texted my friend who's like a wig designer, and I was like, what do I do? And he's like, here's some like basic options that like could get you through with a Mrs. Lovett costume last minute. And I ordered this wig, and in the words of my friend who is a wig designer, she's busted but she's kind. Because the way the other one was not kind. What was she doing? I mean, this is it's an Amazon.com wig, and I don't know what's going on here. That's what I don't know.
That's what's hanging you up. That's where you're fixated. Otherwise, great. But that little curl that wants to stick out a hair more. Oh God. Oh,
I'm a
God.
ginger now, Ronnie. I'm a ginger. Gingers have fun. I'm Jinx. Does anyone have a steamer?
I can't, stop touching the little balls. Stop. I don't like how they move.
Is this just my new bit? I'm just gonna be like Katya, where I just like wear like little wiglets.
and I have to just like accept the reality, like, oh, okay, I've been cast in a play that I didn't want to be in, but here I am.
This is my truth, Ronnie. I went to Turkey.
Yeah.
I got the full experience. Like,
I mean, that hairline is reminiscent of Turkey. I do agree.
she is a hard line.
Yeah. Like if you ignore the sides, which are atrocious in their own way, that curve in the very front, that is a RuPaul wig. Her with her weird fucking half moon hairline on her head.
This is your last chance to impress me.
Okay, moving on. We have to get into the chapter.
Okay, okay,
It's
okay,
Catelyn
okay,
five. It's
okay.
you're fine.
I'm
Leave the
Catelyn.
wig on.
I'm Catelyn. I'm red
Oh
hair.
God,
Red
leave her
hair.
alone. She's gone through enough, Spicer. She's gone through enough.
How dare you? How dare you stand where she stood?
You leave that poor woman alone. Fuck's sake. Okay, we're Catelyn 5. Catelyn's doing a lot. She's heading back to River Run, and hey, she's made it. She finds some outriders. She's like, "Hey, it's me. I'm Catelyn. I'm going back to River Run. Is my dad alive?" And they're like, "Yep, just barely." And so they take her back. She meets Edmure. Edmure is like, "Hey, yeah, I got all the army here. I'm gonna go give chase to Tywin. It's gonna be a great time. Love it." Meanwhile, I have led every poor person into the castle. Why? Because I'm a nice guy. And I'm not going to argue with that. He's a nice guy. And Catelyn's like, "Oh, you're a nice guy, but you're not thinking too well. But it's okay. It's okay. You're a good person." And let's see. So she is. God, what happens in this chapter?
It is kind of like a lot of nothing.
Well, it's like her like she like okay, so she gets back, she talks to Edmure, she talks to a few of the other like castle folk, she visits her
she
father. There's lots of like
she
trading
talks
of
about
information.
she strategizes with her brother, because her brother's like, here's our
Okay.
strategy. Here's a strategy. We're gonna pin him. We're gonna pin him down between the river and he's gonna be stuck.
Yeah. It's gonna be like Rhaegar at the Trident. Cause yeah, okay, cool, yeah. So yeah, Edmure has a plan. He's very excited about his plan, and Catelyn's like, "What if you just like sit here?" And Edmure's like, "No, I want to do things. I don't want to just sit at home. That sucks." And Catelyn's like, "Fine, whatever." Also, Stannis is dead. No, I didn't kill him, and no, Brienne didn't kill him either. He's just dead.
Renly's dead. Renly's dead.
Renly's dead. Renly's dead. Sorry, not Stannis. Renly's dead. Okay, just deal with it now. Did you get help? No, because Renly's dead. Okay, it didn't go according to plan, as you can tell by the fact that he's dead. But Catelyn is like, God damn it, I don't. This
Oh,
like
and then
nothing about this
Brienne.
chapter sticking in my brain.
Well, then Brienne has feelings and she's sad.
Yes.
And
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then Catelyn's like, "Hey, girl, like, you did the best you could. Some like magic shit happened, and happens to the best of us." And she's like, "Well, why don't you work for my son now?" And she's like, "I don't know your son, but you, lady, I've known for only a few days now. I fucks with you, and you I shall pledge my life and my loyalty and my sword to, unless I get a chance to fuck up Stannis." And you got to that's the only deal. It's the only catch.
Yeah.
Is if I get my shot, you gotta let me take my shot. And Cat's like, "Sounds fair. You're my main girl, cause it's dun 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 na 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 na. Let's go, girls."
Yes. Uh, but a couple of important pieces of information. We find out that Storm's End is still under siege, and the Castellan Courtenay Penrose has sent out letters to basically all the kings, being like, "Whoever helps me, I am on your team." Just letting you know, because Stannis wants, or well, probably Melisandre wants them to give up Edric Storm, who is one of Robert's bastards, who lives at Storm's End, for reasons that I'm sure are totally fine and on the up and up. And Catelyn learns about Robb's big victory in the Westerlands, and all the rumors that have gone around because of it. She then visits her father, who's on death's door, as he's been for God knows how long, and is like, hey, like, oh, I'm sad because my dad's dead. And then because she isn't sad enough, or almost dead, because she's not sad enough, what happens next? Hey, we got your husband's bones. And she's like, let me look at them. And they're literally bones. She's like, let me look at his goddamn bones. And she does. And then she's sad, but it's okay because Brienne pledges her loyalty to her, and that's a win. That's a win. End of chapter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um. God. At least we're not on the road again. Um. At least we're not on the road
I
again.
something I want to point out.
Uh huh.
Something I have to point out
Uh huh.
is similar to Dagmar Cleftjaw. We have another name for the ages. We
Mm-hmm.
have another name for the ages, which I am curious how you say it, but I'm gonna say it
Uh huh.
because I'm assuming you pronounce this uh Eutherides. Eutherides. Eutherides Wayne. Eutherides is a name, and
That.
he is the I think he's the steward of River Run.
Yeah. Eutherides.
What are we doing?
Eutherides Wayne. That's.
Yeah,
I. I never really liked his Greek tragedies. They're not really my
nah,
bag. Like,
yeah.
Eutherides.
Eutherides. Yeah,
Eutherides.
why?
You.
Why do we have this like random ass fucking
It's give
Euripides, Ulysses?
Ulysses. It's giving that like drag queen who's like make her who her name is like such a specific like reference that nobody gets. That like nobody gets. It is so specific. Only she understands the reference, and we're like, cool. Welcome to the stage, Eutherides.
That's a name.
That is a name. We got some names in
Sorry,
this chapter. We got some names in this chapter, baby.
you
But anyways,
do.
I mentioned this sort of in the last chapter, but I just love how like they're like the battle had happened. We're not really sure what happened, but don't worry, we got a singer who's gonna come along, and it's the singer. It's the singer from the last chapter or from the other chapters, right? Or no? Is it the same one?
Probably. God damn it, I can't remember.
Yeah, I thought it was
I remember seeing the name and being like, yeah, I know you. Who are you again?
was it the singer who like went with Catelyn to her sister?
No, that was Marillion. That
Okay.
was Marillion.
Okay, so it's not her. But we do have a say, drop in the comments where there's been so many pages, and we're not even 2 books in. But it's some singer. But I do love that it's like that's the main way we get information about what happened. Is a singer has to roll in and sing us a song, which is interesting because like there was some I can't remember which scholar I was listening to. It might have been Mary Bede, where she was sort of talking about like the Odyssey, and she's like, "Well, the thing we forget is like this wasn't a written oral tradition. Like this was meant to be sung. This was meant to be like so. Like there probably wasn't Homer probably didn't exist." Like there's a lot of scholars who don't think that he actually was like a real person. It was compiled from different oral traditions and then eventually somebody wrote it down, and it's just interesting that like this is sort of still the main way that we like communicate ideas is a song. So it's just interesting that is the case still. Blah, 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 blah. But then wolf magic because how did he slip through? This is the most impenetrable keep in all the land, and his wolf, it just happened to find the special path that got it through there. And then I also love that we get like people being like he fed the heart of the Lannister to the wolf, and Catelyn's like, okay, I don't know about that.
Like, let's calm down. Let's calm down a little bit. Let's not believe everything we hear. Weird.
But then I do love that we get Cat being the only media literate person in the entire fucking kingdoms, like because everyone's like, weird that your sons got all those like magic wolves, and it's almost as if the gods provided them for them, because it's kind of weird how all your children got one, even the bastard, and it's just weird. It's weird that, and she's like, yeah, because it probably means something. Weird that.
One thing that I realized I did forget to mention that is important. We find out the results of Tyrion's attempt to have
Yes.
a jailbreak for Jaime. And so when Catelyn is first, riding up to the castle, she sees that there are some Lannisters hung up from from the top, and she's like, "What happened there?" And Edmure's like, "Well, Cleo's Frey got back with some envoys," and she's like, "You killed envoys?" He's like, "No. They weren't real envoys. They were sent in to slip in and basically try to break Jamie out. Please tell me they didn't break Jamie out. They did, but we caught him. Cool. Not before he killed a bunch of people. Cool. Great. Well, he's down in a dungeon now. Cool. Love that. And well, oh, and then my favorite part, she's like, "Well, how did you guys catch him?" It's like, "Well, one of them had like done an impression of my voice that was apparently really convincing, but then I actually arrived back at the castle from doing some other stuff, and we get one of my favorite lines where he gets like kind of like quietly, "Oh yeah, I was out in the town doing stuff," and she's like, "You were whoring or wenching, get on with the tale," and he gets like really angry. He's like, I fine. Anyway, so I get back to the castle and I had just apparently told them to let down the drawbridge, but I am here now. So they realized something was wrong and set off the alarms. I'm like, great. Great. This is how good our security is. It can be broken with someone throwing their voice and doing a good ventriloquist impression.
It's that scene from Young Frankenstein where it's like, and whose heart did you place in the body?
Brain.
Whose brain did you place in the body? Like it's that scene. Like Catelyn's so tired. Like
Abby normal. Abby normal.
Abby you put an abnormal brain. Love it.
But I will say in the same scene we get one of the lines that I don't know if you know this, Spicer. There is a big following on the A Song of Ice and Fire part of the internet where people love Edmure Tully. They like love Edmure Tully. Listen, because he's a nice guy. Like, does he have his issues? He's kind of a hothead, yes, but everyone like kind of melts. We're like, wait, why are all these poor people in the castle? Who are they? And he says, my people. They were afraid. Like, he let him in. He let everyone in because he like wanted to protect the people he's responsible for, which Catelyn does point out like won't be a good idea when we're in a siege, but like your heart is in the right place. And so a lot of people really go ride or die for Edmure Tully. And so when I tell you that the show version, people fucking hate it because they turn him into this like bumbling idiot that he isn't in the book. He's a bit of a hothead. He's on the younger side and doesn't always make the smartest decision, but he's like a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that they like turn him into this like sniveling kind of like power hungry like fucking I don't just like yeah. They make him an idiot in the show and people don't like it.
I don't remember him in the show.
Exactly. They downplay him a lot. They don't show him very much, and when they do, he's shown as a moron who like doesn't think things through. And then the final insult, which a lot of people despise in that last final goddamn episode when they're deciding like, oh, who's gonna be the next king. He's the guy who stands up and is like, hey, lots of people are looking for a new king, and I just think that I could be a really good. And then Sansa's like, hey, uncle, sit down. And he sits back down because he's trying to put himself forward to be the king. It's just, it's dumb.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Sure. I tried to block that episode out from my brain. What's the most important thing in the world, Rhani? What is it? Stories. It's the most important thing in the world.
I could think of some other important things. I can think of a couple
that maybe this particular story is trying to emphasize, but whatever. Oh my god. Which also, and we are already kind of talking about all my other notes. Tyrion's plan fails. Whoopsies. Did
Mhm.
how unfortunate. Um, I did write down on Edmure. I'm like the only real one.
He's again. I always forget how old he's supposed to be because he reads kind of young and I think
Yes,
therefore immature, which is I think why he's so. I think some people get like a negative impression that is maybe a little unfair because they're like just because they think he's like a bit of a hothead. But like
sure.
I don't know, his heart's in the right place. I don't know what else to
He's a
say.
good
Like
egg. He's a good egg. He's a good
he's a good
egg.
egg. He could have like he let all the poor people in. What fucking other lord is doing that?
Yeah.
While the Riverlands are literally being like ravaged, he's like, no. I know you live in the Riverlands. I know what's about to happen to you. Come in the castle. It's okay.
Which is kind of like what castles were made for, but whatever.
Yeah,
What a concept.
yeah.
Um, but then also I do love that he gets embarrassed that when Catelyn's like, "What's your plan?" He's like, I don't discuss battle strategies with a woman." And she's like, "Okay, well, fine. Do we have to go somewhere private so you can tell me the battle strategies?" He's like,
Yeah.
"The gods would. Fine." She's like, "Fine, whatever, cool, for your honor." Whatever. And she's like, it was kind of a dumb fucking plan, but whatever. It's a really dumb fucking plan, but you do you, babe. Your heart's in the right place. Once again, his heart's in the right place. Which I also love that because like there's this line where she's like her internal thoughts, and she's like, he's only really done one battle, and he lost that battle. So I don't really know why he's in charge of the army right now.
Yeah, probably should have left Brynden Blackfish here. That probably would have been a little better, but
But
what are you
here
gonna
we
do?
are. Here we are. Yeah. Where's our favorite confirmed bachelor? Where he at? Like, um.
Um,
But then I did write down. Damn. How is their dad still fucking alive? How?
just I don't know, some
Tubes.
crazy will
Two
tubes, whatever.
tubes plugged up every orifice. He is drowning in milk of the poppy.
And it's so sad. Like when she goes to see him, he's like hallucinating. He thinks it's Lysa, and she's like, "Oh, you think it's like Lysa, like on her wedding day, which was my wedding day. So this was a while ago, um, because we were married in a double wedding. Woo!
Yeah,
It's a fun time."
Give us that Jane Austen fantasy, baby. Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley in one go.
And something I want to point out, which I will keep vague for Spicer, but for anyone who has read the books before, when Catelyn is like thinking about Lysa and where she's like, oh God, no. Like so Hoster's like my dad is like wanting to apologize because there was some boy that he didn't let Lysa marry. I wonder who that is. But in Kat's head, she's like, oh, I wonder who it was. I wonder if it was like maybe it was the son of a merchant or oh God forbid a singer. And then she says, Lysa was always too fond of singers. If you've read these books before and you know what eventually happens, Georgie, you planting lines like this, that's crazy. That's crazy, sir. You planted things in advance. You don't need to know things, Spicer. This is for the people. This is not for you. This is not for you. Go. Don't look
Okay.
away. Don't
Okay.
look at me.
Okay. Oh.
Don't look at me. How dare you look at me? How dare you? I just
Yeah.
want to say that for I just on this because this is remember this is a reread for me versus you getting it for the first time. So like seeing like little hints at shit
Mm.
that's like planted all over the place. I'm like, oh wow, this is good. This is like Georgie loves to hide like a little detail and then pay it off, 1,000 pages later.
Yeah.
But here we are.
And then poor Ned once again.
Poor Ned.
Poor Ned and poor Cat. She's so sad. And just like the line that got me was the last line of the chapter where it said, "Some say that the Silent Sisters speak to the dead and how she envied them." Like,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, it's sad. But hey, all very sad. But Brienne, she has Brienne now. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
It's
It's nice.
nice. No husband, but I have
And it
this.
was a cute little scene. It was a cute little scene because like Brienne does the like the whole like here is my oath to like
Yeah.
I'm gonna serve you, and then Catelyn has to like repeat like the traditional phrasing back. She's like, "Huh, I've always seen Ned do this. I've never done it myself. Interesting. That's fun. We're a pair. Look at us, Catelyn and Brienne. This could never go wrong ever.
Women
Ever.
helping women.
Women helping women. Yes, it's great. It's great.
Anyways, that's really all I had on this chapter.
Samesies. So let us move on to our question of the week. What is our question of the week? Which remember you can drop your own question. Cat and the Cats asked, "What are all the A Song of Ice and Fire peeps bringing to Thanksgiving dinner?"
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. So, go. You go first.
Okay. Catelyn is bringing the turkey because she does not trust anyone else to
Correct.
do it correctly.
Correct.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Tyrion's bringing the potatoes. He's bringing the potatoes because he's weirdly very good at them. Like it's like people are like, oh, you're not. He's like weirdly very good. You're like, these are the creamiest potatoes I've ever had in my life. He's like, yes, my secret.
He can't do anything else. He's
Nothing.
otherwise terrible. But like he can make a good mash.
He can make a good mash, damn it. He knows it's the right butter ratio. Like it's great. He's doing that Robuchon shit. Like, but yeah, no. Oh, Tywin is bringing like another meat randomly. He's bringing like a ham or something. Like he's like
Yeah.
something like
He's that annoying person. Like we already have like the main meat, but he doesn't want turkey, so he's like, no, I brought a ham. I'm like, okay, cool.
Cool, thanks. I guess we have ham now too. Like, so
I'm gonna say that Sansa doesn't care that it's Thanksgiving. We should have pumpkin pie, and she brings lemon cakes. And when everyone asks her, she's like, "I wanted lemon cakes. Do you have a problem with that?" And they're like, "Well, whatever. Okay, fine.
okay, fine. And then, Lysa Arryn's being weird and bringing some fucking casserole that she just made. Like like she's trying shit. Like
Yes.
like she's like mixing like corn and cabbage or some shit in like a casserole, and we're all like, what?
Corn and cabbage are that's the weirdest combination you could think of, Spicer.
What's weirder than corn and cabbage? That's a weird combination.
I thought it was you were gonna be like tuna and fucking like green beans and marshmallows. I don't know. Like
she's trying shit. There's some like fucking what the little fish anchovies. She's like throwing anchovies in there too. Like
you know what she did? She did like, ooh, I'm gonna age myself, but I watched this when I was very little, so don't call me old. If you ever seen Friends when Rachel makes the trifle and the 2 pages of the cookbook get stuck together, so she makes half an English trifle and half a shepherd's pie. And it's like lady's fingers, cream, strawberry, beef mixed with onions and carrots and whatever.
That's what she brought, but she purposefully did it. She purposefully did it. She's like, I'm trying shit. I'm trying shit. And then the fucking
little Robert won't eat anything but this.
Yeah. And then he's like, more of the casserole, mommy. And then like, hot pie, of course, is bringing the pumpkin pie. Because of course, and then Cersei is bringing the rolls, which once again she is like weirdly good at. No, I take that back. Cersei's bringing the wine. Cersei didn't even make anything. She just brought like really expensive wine.
And she won't share it with anyone.
No.
She's like, this is my wine. This is my wine for the meal. I feel like Arya is actually no. Theon is just bringing like a single bag of potato chips, to which everyone is perplexed by. Because like, I brought something. Did I do good?
It's giving 19-year-old boy. It's giving 19-year-old boy.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god. And then who's bringing the rolls? That's the real question. Who's bringing the rolls?
The rolls. Davos. Davos is taking the time. He's putting in the effort. He's the only one I trust to make bread.
Well, and it's like, you know what? They're fucking delicious. And they're fucking delicious.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's like perplexed. Everyone's perplexed. And it's like the most, and they're like, not only are they delicious, they like look amazing. He like the way he scored each of those roles, right? The way he's like he did designs. They're designed.
He bakes on the weekend. That's just his hobby. And like everyone discovered his secret talent.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I've been posting on Pinterest since 2008. What are you talking about? Like, Davos Seaworth's Pinterest board, nothing but his bread that he makes every weekend. He just wants to go home to his wife and his sons and his bread.
I can't. Okay, that was great. Everyone, please send us more questions like that. That was wonderful. Okay. And then finally, Spicer, I guess, who was your favorite death of the week?
Oh, Todrick.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, I think that was a good one. I would say Wheeze. We actually had options this time.
Oh, yes. I forgot. Wheeze is also a good option. I would say Todrick just because it's like it's oddly the one good thing that Theon does that whole fucking chapter is it's like this guy's being a piece of shit, like and he's like I gotta put the kibosh on this now before like this turns into fucking chaos. And it's like oddly the only thing that like his men are like, oh, we kind of respect you now because like you laid down the law and you killed a guy for being a piece of shit. So, and also he was a piece of shit. And the way that I listened to the audiobook this week, and the way that they got to Todrick's name, and I'm like, Todrick Hall?
Yeah. I read that and had the same exact thought. And I was like, oh, he probably deserved it.
Oh my god.
He doesn't pay his dancers or something. I don't remember.
No, he has.
Oh, and he's like abusive, right?
Yeah, he's like abusive to
allegedly.
Like yeah, allegedly, big asterisk, allegedly, legally, allegedly, because there's like something with like kind people where like the age of consent is kind of fuzzy.
Gotcha. Yeah. Nope, I remember now. Nope. Yep. Actually, no. I don't. I'm not hedging my thing. Yeah. No. I think Todrick probably deserved it.
Anyway, book Todrick, Butch Todrick, book Todrick.
Totally, of course. What are you talking about? I wouldn't know. We go to UVU. Anyway, cool. So, wrapping things up. Next week, our chapters. I'm so excited. We have Daenerys III, we have Tyrion IX, and we have Davos II.
Yeah, we got the trifecta, baby.
I'm so happy. It's just all my faves, problematic or otherwise. So looking forward to it. So yeah, please remember you can read along if you want to. Also, don't forget to drop a comment down in the thing. Like, do the like button.
Yeah.
Do the follow. Do the buttons.
Also, I wanted to say something before we close because I can now say it because the contract was signed. If you are in Dublin, baby, in Ireland. My opera, she's gonna be performed. Well, selections, not the whole opera. They're gonna do it at the Dublin Conservatory. It's on December 5th. I think like 7 or something like that. I don't know. I'll probably be there. So hey,
You'll be in Dublin?
Yeah, I'll be in Dublin. I'm going to Dublin. It's gonna be great.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. We're going to Dublin. We're going to Dublin, baby. I'm going to Dublin.
I'm happy for you. Yeah, no, I'm not going to Dublin. I don't get to go to Dublin.
But if you're
weirdly, I never get to go to Dublin.
famously. Yeah, no.
I'm very happy for you. My face isn't showing it, but I'm happy for you. I want you to know that.
Well, it's literally gonna be like a 48-hour situation. Like we like land like late Friday night, red eye, and then I have to work from remotely on Friday, and then we see the opera, and then at the conservatory, and then like Saturday we're gonna like play around town.
And you said it's like a couple scenes from it, correct?
Yeah, it's not the full opera, like because it's too late. They're doing it as part of their like winter concert, but they're gonna do like a couple arias and a couple scenes. But
that's awesome.
No. So it's cool. I'm international, Mr. Worldwide, baby.
Yes, if you are near the Dublin area, please go support the Dublin Conservatory.
Dublin
and
Conservatory.
Spicer.
And me. For me.
Hey. Okay, well, thank you for reminding everyone. Everyone, please take advantage if you can. And then there's also the one in Las Vegas.
Yeah, there's the which I will go to that one. So I'll be there. I'll be in Las Vegas on wait for it. It's we are in the month now. November 21st. I will be at at Opera Las Vegas. I'm going to see my premiere there, and then I go see Rhani the next day. And then I'm not seeing the one in California. Unfortunately, I can't make it because it's when the Dublin one happens. But if you're in the Sacramento area, it's the Light Opera Theater of Sacramento is doing the opera as well. So woo, she's booked and blessed.
So many productions. Good job. But okay, cool. Y'all are awesome. Read the chapters or don't. Listen to us. You're great. Thanks for listening. Hope you have a great week. And say goodbye, Spicer.
Goodbye, Spicer.
Okay. Oh God, you're bald again.